Horrific massacre at Brown University in United States. 2 dead, 8 critical. Final exams turn into terror. University under lockdown. Shooter still on the run. The United States, once again, rocked by deadly gun violence. This time, one of America's most prestigious universities was hit by a deadly shootout. A deadly shooting ripped through Brown University in Rhode Island. A gunman dressed in all black went on a rampage on December 13, killing at least 2 people and critically injuring 8. The shooting unfolded as students were taking final exams on the Ivy League campus of the private institution, which has roughly 7,300 undergraduate students and more than 3,000 graduate students. The shooting occurred near the Barus Holley building, a 7-story complex that houses the university's School of Engineering and Physics department. The suspect remains at large. A massive manhunt is underway. Campus police, city police, state police, and federal agents all are now involved. Police officers have begun hunting through campus buildings. Soon after the incident, Brown University was put under lockdown. According to Deputy Chief of Police Timothy O'Hara, the suspect was a male in dark clothing, last seen leaving an engineering building where the attack happened. Mayor Brett Smiley said a shelter in place was in effect for the area and encouraged people living near the campus to stay inside and not to return home until it is lifted. Mayor Smiley also briefed that the 8 critically injured people are in a stable condition. The mayor, however, refused to comment on whether the victims were students.
Sadly, today is a day that the city of Providence and the state of Rhode Island prayed would never come. We've heard about horrific acts of gun violence and active shooter situations in other places, but not here. But this afternoon at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we received a call. 4:05 was when the initial call came in to Brown University of a report of an active shooter. I can confirm that there are 2 individuals who have died this afternoon, and there are another 8 in critical status, though stable, at Rhode Island Hospital. Those are the only injuries or casualties that we know at this time. But as I mentioned, and it's important to remind folks, these numbers may change. We are still in early hours, but at this time there are 2 deceased and 8 who are critical but stable at Rhode Island Hospital. Additionally, we do not have a shooter in custody at this time. There is a shelter in place in effect for the greater Brown University area. If you live on or near Brown's campus, we are encouraging you to stay home and stay inside. If you're not home at this time, we would encourage you not to return to your homes until the shelter in place has been lifted.
University officials had initially told students and staff that a suspect was in custody, but later said that was not the case and that police were still searching for a suspect or suspects.
So the unthinkable has happened, and I've been in touch, as the mayor said, to make sure that all the resources that we have, whether it's the EMA, our state police, Department of Health, which we've been in contact with as well, are responding in a way that is being helpful as possible. We've been in contact with the White House as well. Our office has been in contact with the White House. So we will bring all our resources to the table.
Earlier this afternoon, when we received the call for an active shooter inside a building inside Brown University, our officers responded, and as they're trained to do, entered that building immediately and began searching for a suspect. They did a systematic search of the building. However, no suspect was located at that time. They were able to clear that building and provide a safe place for all of students and faculty and workers that were in that building to meet at. Preliminarily, all we have is a suspect that was a male dressed in black. It is unknown how he entered the building, but we do know that he exited the Hope Street side of that complex. We're utilizing every resource possible to find this suspect.
With the assistance of police in neighboring cities and towns, 8 people were transported. As the mayor mentioned, critical but stable condition, and 2, unfortunately, were dead on arrival. We have a total of 10 victims, but as I caution everyone, this is a developing incident, and we are still actively searching the buildings along with Providence Police to make sure that everyone has gone home safe and that there are no one else that needs our assistance. Thank you.
We are working immediately to determine who was in the building at the time of the shooting and any impacts from the shooting. We do know that there were final exams taking place in the building between 2 and 5 p.m. We can confirm that support services are on site. We have been and continue to be very grateful to law enforcement and emergency medical personnel. We have relocated students to get support services at a secure location and will be providing more details.
Before we take questions, I just want to implore the greater Providence community. We are a week and a half away from Christmas, and 2 people died today and another 8 are in the hospital. So please pray for those families. Understand that this is not something our community has gone through together, but I also know this community, and I know that its best moments are when we come together to support one another. It's going to be a difficult rest of the day, difficult weeks and months ahead as this community heals. We cannot disclose any details about the victims at this time, whether they were students or not, or any other details. We will make those details available when they become available. We expect to be providing regular updates throughout the evening and in the days to come, and this is too early to be able to provide those details.
Brown University did put out that someone was in custody. How long was that misinformation out for, and how was that determination made and then retracted?
There was an individual who was preliminarily thought to be involved and was later determined to have no involvement, and that's why we can confirm that at this time there is nobody in custody. The length of that investigation or interrogation of that individual, I don't know.
Police have any video footage of the suspect at this point?
We're working on that right now. We're working along with FBI on tracking down video from that area.
What resources are being used other than video at this point to try to locate the suspect?
Forensic evidence, we're using witness evidence, and we're looking for video mostly right now because we'd like to get an image out as quickly as we can of the suspect.
The White House has been briefed. President Donald Trump was apprised of the situation. In brief remarks at the White House, Trump said, "All we can do right now is pray for the victims." In a post on his social media platform Truth Social, Trump said, "I have been briefed on the shooting that took place at Brown University in Rhode Island. The FBI is on the scene." Vice President J.D. Vance said in a post on X, "Terrible news out of Rhode Island this evening. We're all monitoring the situation and the FBI stands ready to do anything to help. We're all thinking of and praying for the victims tonight." America, once again in mourning.